What's happening, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday or good afternoon, depending on what time zone you're actually in. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Mina, and today this is a game that you guys do not want to miss. This is a game you guys don't want to miss. And also, guys, you guys will realize as the stream goes on that I fixed a little lag issue that I've had in my streams where it's about a 10-15 second delay. Now it should be bang on time. So when we're doing these vibe alongs, the time should be perfect. It should match whatever is on your TV screen. But of course, guys, welcome back to my channel and another World Cup vibe along. This time something different. France versus Brazil. We got this little we got this little graphic over here. Of course, it's a big game. It's a big game. Brazil haven't beaten France in about 11 attempts in competitions. So this will be a pretty interesting fixture. I'm looking forward to it. So big up to everybody tuned in. It's Saturday, so I know a lot of people probably lying in right now. They're probably in bed right now. It is what it is. But I'm so optimistic for this because I'm a big hater. I'm a big hater, guys. I want France to lose, guys. I'm not even gonna hide it. I want France to lose. And I want Brazil to absolutely smoke them. Brazil absolutely annihilated their previous opponent. I think it was like 4-0. And the teams are coming out. Of course, France were held to a draw with Jamaica last weekend, if you guys remember that vibe along. So Jamaica still yet to play Brazil. But if Brazil win today, they will be comfortably through going into the third game of the fixture. And if France lose today, then they have to beat Panama and hope Jamaica lose. That's simple as that. But of course, Jamaica versus Panama is on after this game, so that can all and well decide how this group kind of turns out. But for now, we're focused on France versus Brazil and some not many changes to their starting lineups for both teams. They've gone with a similar team as to their previous games. If some of you guys are familiar with France's manager, Hervé Renard, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Previous manager of Saudi Arabia during the World Cup. I think he's coached Zambia and other AFCON teams. Won the AFCON, I think, twice with 2 different men's teams. And now he is the manager for France. Big change for France, I think, bringing in a new manager just before the World Cup. Of course, France had their own little issues with their players, wanting the manager out, etc., etc. But I think we're in for a good game. I don't know how is he French? Maybe he's French. I was gonna say, how does he know the French national anthem already? But I think he is actually French based on his name and the accent that he has when he speaks. But I think we're in for a good game. Like I said, I'm rooting for Brazil. I'm even wearing blue, and I know France is wearing blue today. But I'm here for the downfall of the France national team. Although saying that very lightly, guys. I'm saying that very lightly because France have a former Manchester United player who actually left Manchester United women this summer that plays for them. She's not starting, but Brazil also have a player that is linked to Manchester United currently in Caroline. So make sure you guys look out for her because United could get that deal done after the World Cup and she'd be a big signing. But for now, I say my predictions will be I think I'll go with a 3. Should I say 3? Nah, not 3. I'll say 3-1. 3-1 Brazil. That will be my prediction. Get your predictions, of course, in the chat as well. Let me know what you guys think the result is. They are getting ready. Brazil are just singing their national anthem right now. Big up to Troy, says big up everybody. Big up to Troy as well. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. I'm excited to see this game, to be honest. This is a game that I've been looking forward to alongside Japan versus Spain, which is going to be the third game of the group stages. And I think I'm not that excited for that game now because both are pretty much through to the next round. So I don't think it's going to be as I would say as important of a game as I expected it to be. But guys, like I always say, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe. Am I on the right side? Yeah, there you go. Help the subscriber count. Oh wait, hold on. There you go. Help the subscriber count grow as I continue to grow this channel. There'll be another vibe along for England versus China on Tuesday, which is at a better time. It's at 12 p.m. UK time. That is a much better time than 9 a.m. kickoffs that we had. We had a 10 o'clock kickoff last week as well. So I think 12 p.m. is a bit better. It's a bit better. But the teams are getting ready to get into their positions, shaking hands right now. And Brazil, I think they got something to prove. I think Brazil are playing with a chip on their shoulder. I'm really excited, to be honest. I'm very excited for this game. Been excited for it. I think, if Brazil can get something, then, they'll go into the last game against Jamaica not looking to basically win. And I'm good with that. That will give Jamaica an opportunity to maybe get through to the next round, which would be an absolutely amazing achievement. I hope France finish rock bottom of this group. Maybe they won't finish rock bottom because of Panama, but I hope they finish somewhere at the bottom. Big up Abdul Shakur says, big up, let's go. Big up Abdul Shakur, thank you for stopping by. But like I said, guys, this is a big game. I think it's a big game. If you guys have watched Brazil, you know the kind of football they played. Last week, guys, they were playing one-touch football, skills everywhere. Typical what you expect from a Brazil team is what we got in a Brazil team. It was absolutely It was such an entertaining game for me. I thought this random kid in the middle was going to be the ref. I was going to say, why is there a random kid standing with the referees? But he don't look like he's going to be the ref. But Brazil, for me, such an entertaining team. Really like their typical Brazilian team. A lot of flair, a lot of skill, all of that kind of stuff, which I'm excited to see. Of course, France is a bit shaky in their backline. We saw it against Jamaica. Jamaica just couldn't really create anything. But with a team that can finish, a team that can pass, a team that can get through your defense, France have to defend well. I think they have to defend well, and they have to be better with their chances. Big up to Troy says, I'm happy that Salma Bacha is back in the France team. She's my favourite player from the French league. I'm back in France 2-1. That's a big prediction. But I will actually read out the lineups for you guys, and I'll try to give you a visualization of what their formations are looking like. So starting with France, they got Magnan in goal. They got Perisic, Renard, who was not actually expected to play. People thought she would actually be injured, but she's here. Lecroix at centre-back, partnership with her. And then, obviously, Salma Carucci, guys. You guys know from the last stream. This girl here, sorry, I keep doing it on the wrong side. This girl here, Sakina Carucci, and then Grace Gayora, one of my favourite players, Toletti in the middle, and Kenza Dali gets the nod ahead in the midfield, Diani on the right wing, Lasama up front, and Salma Bacha, like Troy mentioned, on the left wing. And of course, Brazil playing 4-4-2, so France are playing 4-3-3, and Brazil are playing a 4-4-2. Guys, watch out for Ari Borgs, yeah? Ari Borgs, right midfielder for Brazil. Absolute baller. I think she had 2 goals and an assist last game. Or it might actually have been a hat-trick. But if you guys are interested to see the player that Manchester United are linked to, her name's Caroline. Is this woman here. I'm still doing it wrong, guys. This woman here, Caroline, is linked to Manchester United at the moment. Has been linked for the last month. Negotiations underway with her selling club, of course. And let's go. Kickoff is underway. We'll see what this game has in store for us. I think Brazil and France, I think this is a good matchup. Talent-wise, the players that they both have, I think this will be a great matchup. And it's again France with a clearance. Brazil trying to press them already as it stands. They're trying to press them already. Hopefully, I just want to see goals, guys. I'm tired of seeing one-way games where it's like teams winning 5-0, etc. I want to see like 3-4. I want to see a 3-3. I want to see a 5-4, something like that. Of course, it's very unlikely that might happen, but it's wishful thinking. A girl can dream. Brazil with the throw-in in France's half. There's like 4 players surrounding the ball right now, French players. There is no structure, and they go out wide. There is no structure right now with this France team. They're following the ball. They are all following the ball. Kenza Dali, shout out Kenza Dali, man. Baller for Aston Villa. Big baller for Aston Villa. Ball goes out for a France throw on. Shout out to my sis, Sakina Karchoui. That's how you say her name. Karchoui. Of Algerian, I think, nationality originally, but she's French. Baller for PSG. Went to see her, actually. I watched Chelsea versus PSG at Stamford Bridge, and that's when I learned about her and Gayora. I wish Man United had players like that, man. I wish Manchester United could have that kind of pool, but we can't for some reason. But that's interesting. Guys, I know this is not like... That whole left side of France are not ethnically French. They are all of some sort of I think I don't know what Selma Karuchi is. Let me see what Selma Bacha is. I think she's Arab as well. I think she might be Arab. She's Algerian and Tunisian. Sakina Karchui is also Algerian, and Kenza Dali I think is also I think she's got some sort of North African in her, or maybe she's got some. Oh, they don't even have anything about her. She's Algerian as well, so they've got a whole left-hand side of Algerian descendants, and it's France already with the cutback, and Brazil get back in time for a good clearance, but that was offside, guys. That was offside. Big up everybody in the chat. Shout out to Ivan, says big up everyone. Big up Ivan. Big up to Nasif, says, do you think you can land Caroline? I think we could. I think Man United could. I definitely think Man United are capable of. It's just a matter of whether they're willing to part way with money, you know. That's been the biggest issue for Manchester United. Negligence from, you know, the ownership and all this hoo-ha about the selling stuff. The club getting sold, everything. A lot of hoo-ha surrounding that. Big up to SJ, says, morning everyone. Mina, morning SJ. Hope you're having a great Saturday morning. We just discovered that the entire left side of the French national team is of North African descent. So that's the new discovery for the day. And that's pretty interesting. Let me not get into politics, guys. Let me not get into political stuff. But I was going to say something about France, but I'm not. Good vibes only. It's a vibe along here. It's a vibe along. But France with the goal kick right now. Let's see if they can make anything with this goal kick. That is a horrible. What kind of kick? That's actually a decent clearance. I was going to say that's a horrible goal kick, but that's a decent goal kick. But it just goes out for a Brazil throw in. Shout out to Harve Renard, man. I like him, but again, I don't want France to win, so I'm hating on him. Big up to Troy, says, who is your favourite MU women's player? It was Honor Battier. She was my favourite, but I don't know. I don't know if I have a favourite, you know. I don't know. I like Ella Toon. I feel like me and Ella Toon have a lot in common. Nice little through ball to Gayora. She's chasing that down. Diani cuts back in, and they just let it run. Goes for a shot outside the box and is straight into the keeper's hands. But I would say maybe Ella Toon. I like Hannah Blundell. We've got a lot in common. She likes to play Warzone. I like to play Warzone. Ella Toon likes like sneakers, aka trainers. I like sneakers, aka trainers. But I like Mary. I would say Mary Earps because she always stops to say hi to me whenever I see her at games. After one time I introduced myself to her and we had a little chat after, I think it was the Villa game. Now whenever I see her, she'll always stop to say hi to me. So I'll say she's my favourite. But playing wise, it was Honor Battier, and I'm sad that she's gone, but it is what it is. It is what it is. France building up in the middle of the park. They're just sloppy with the ball, and we've seen that actually with the Jamaica game. We actually saw that with the Jamaica game. Just nobody capitalised on it, but they're progressing forward into Brazil's third. Selma Bacha with the ball. Goes back to Kenza Dali. Gayora with that. Oh, is that a pen? Nah, that's not a pen. Nah, that's not a pen. Kenza Dali running into the box. Just got a little... Oh, it's Sakina Karachuri actually running into the box. Got barged. Ref said, nah. Was there a lot on that? It's a little shoulder. I don't think there's much in it, but when it's in the box... Hey, she's pretty, man. Oh my God, mashallah. She is beautiful. She's wearing a face full of makeup as well. If you lot were watching the vibe along for Jamaica versus France, you would know that, you know, I said that she was the prettiest person in the French team. I don't wanna be like, I don't want to be like just focusing on how women look, basically. I don't want to be doing that. But 6 minutes into the game, neither team have really done much, if I'm being honest. I haven't really seen anything from either team. Guys, let me know if I can actually see it on my own screen. There is no longer, guys. There's about a 5-second delay now, I think, between... Okay, there's about a 5-second delay, guys, between the stream that you guys are seeing and when I'm actually streaming, which is good because before there was a 15-second delay. I didn't know I had to change my settings on YouTube. So shout out to Mike, who had pointed that out to me at some point during the week. But it's France with the ball on the edge of the box. Let's see what they can do with it. Sakina goes out wide to the right hand side, and wasteful shot from their right back. A wasteful shot. That's a wasteful shot there. But I think Brazil is happy to let them take it. The first couple minutes of the game, I don't think Brazil have really done much in comparison to their game against Panama. Of course, Panama debutants in the World Cup, so you know, I'm not going to say it's expected, but it's expected. But Brazil playing out from their back. Let's see what they can do, what they can build up. Tries to nutmeg Selma Bacha, and she absolutely fails and gets dispossessed in her own half. These are just slipping and sliding everywhere. France are just slipping and sliding all over the gaff so far. Big up everybody watching. Let me know where you're watching from, guys. Because I said happy Saturday, good morning, but I know it's not morning for some people, of course. Yeah, they're trying to get a penalty. They're trying to get a penalty, I think. It's not, I definitely don't think it's going to happen. Unless it's like a clear-cut penalty. But Brazil have been on the back foot. I hope this is not one of those games where the ref just keeps blowing her whistle. I really hope it's not one of those games, because it looks like it's about to be that. It looks like it's about to be that. The ref has blown her whistle about 5 times so far in the space of 8 minutes. So that says a lot. That says a lot. But Brazil again wasteful with the ball, just boot it out, and it's back to France again. Mina, Sophia Smith or Lauren James? That's a good one. I'm going to say Lauren James. You know, power to England and all of that. I will say Lauren James. Sophia Smith is a great talent, though. Sophia Smith is a great talent. She was really good for the USA in their first game of the World Cup. Big up to Suleiman, says workhorse on fire. Your defense is terrified. Shout out to Suleiman. SJ says can't find the game on telly. I don't know where you're watching, in what country, but I think most countries should actually have coverage of the game, because I think all the countries that are part of FIFA have struck a deal, some sort of television rights deal, to cover the game. So you should be able to find it. Yeah, I hope you are able to find it. So far you ain't missed much, if I'm being honest. But you never know, the game might start to heat up. This is a nice game of physicality. I think it's a good game of physicality. Big up Suleiman, says big up and shout out Mina and the chat. Shout out to you, Suleiman. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Still in Portugal. The match yesterday. Can't find the current one. They are disgraceful. Portugal are disgraces. I hope you find it, though. I hope you find it. What was the England package you got yesterday? I got a shirt, a bunch of shirts from Nike Football, aka Nike London. They sent me like the new Lionesses shirt, and then like another Lionesses. It says like a lioness, a white t-shirt, and a little package, a nice little package. And also 2K were nice enough to send me the new WWE, the Icon edition. If you know what the price of it is, that then you know that that's not a cheap thing. I've been playing it, and I've missed playing WWE. I used to play it obviously when I was younger. I have not played it in years. I think maybe I was playing it when I was like 12, 13, you know, SmackDown versus Raw 2006, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm happy. I'm happy to get that, and I'm gonna stream it over the weekend. So shout out to 2K, and obviously shout out to Nike for the wonderful shirt. Troy says, I still can't believe we had Weghorst as our striker low. He was so bad that we called him the first defensive striker. Yeah, it's crazy. It's actually crazy that sometimes I'm like, it's kind of like when we had Igalo as our starting option, and I was like, is this life? Is this life having Igalo? I don't know if you guys seen the news about Kobe Mainoo, but he's expected to miss the first half of the season. They haven't given any specific period, so I anticipate first half of the season is to January maybe, with an ankle injury. So I hope he's all right, and I hope he has a quick recovery. Ten Hag looked really upset, I think, in the press conference. So yeah, first half of the season. They haven't said any specific dates, so I'm just speculating that that's just to January. But I hope he's all right, man. I think more importantly, I hope he comes back well at a young age, having such an injury. It might be a similar. It's an ankle injury. It might be the similar one to Ericsson, the similar one that Ericsson had. Need to 1v1 Owen in the studio on WWE. Owen will probably smoke me because yesterday I was playing it, just trying to learn and get the hang of it and whatnot. And I played a tag team game and my players got beat the hell out of. But it's France, step over, gets past her defender, can't do much with it. Goes out wide to the right winger, clips a ball in, a header. Oh, what a save. What a save from the goalkeeper, Brazil's goalkeeper. Big save. That was a very slow header that was going right into the corner. It was going right into the corner. Brazil trying to get the ball out of their half and they can't. Now they're just going to boot it out and they do. And it goes all the way back to the centre back. I think that's Renard. And they're just going to build up again. I had a long dream about Owen last night because his latest live stream was playing automatically on my phone. Oh, that is actually funny. That's funny. I have weird dreams as well. Like the other night, when was it? 2 nights ago, I had a dream that Onana was training me to be a goalkeeper, and it's because I watched Onana's the Players Tribune video that he did about Cameroon. I watched that video before I went to bed. So if you watch something before you go to bed, it's gonna come up in your dream, guys. It's gonna come up in your dream. And Onana came up in my dream, and he was teaching me how to be a goalkeeper. And we were at Carrington training. It was the most randomest dream, but France, the way, guys, I'm not sure if you lot are watching the game, but the way France are flocking to the ball, yeah? There's like 4 people running to the ball every single time. Right now, there's no formation. There's a formation that they're building up from the back, but they're playing, essentially, they're playing a 4-4-2. It looked like they were playing 4-3-3, but they're actually playing 4-4-2. But then their wingers, they're playing a 4-2-4-2, guys. They're playing a 4-2-4-2. 4-2-4, sorry, guys. 4-2-4, because they're playing 2 forwards and then 2 wingers. A ball over the top, Renard gets on the end of it, otherwise they were chasing that down. Brazil get it back though. Nice little, oof, that's a heavy challenge. But this ref is going to call everything. I thought it was a similar injury to Ericsson's as well for Kobe. So did I. And it looks like it if he's out for half a season. But I think, like you said, we are definitely going to go get Amrabat now. I think we have to get a midfielder. Or it might just mean United might not want to sell Fred. But I saw that this morning Lazio is in for Fred as well. So the more options, the better. Hopefully they could pick the one with the most, that's bidding the most, I hope. But again, we'll see how that goes. You can never rely on United to sell effectively. That's one thing that we know for sure, is that we cannot rely on United to sell effectively. But it's Brazil with a free kick. I'll say this is about 28 yards out. It looks about 28 yards out. Yeah, it's about 20. It's 27 maybe, 26. Similar position of where Lauren James shot from on the opposite side yesterday. And they go for goal. Oof, just wide. Keeper lets it go past. Keeper lets it just run past. 15 minutes in. Neither team have really done much, to be honest, going forward. If I'm being honest, I thought Brazil would have come out a lot better. They've got a lot of fans. There's so much yellow in the crowd, guys. There's so many Brazil fans in comparison to the French fans. Obviously, Brazil did that. This ref is calling everything. Got my stream up. Let's go. Big up, SJ. Rather let Fred go just because Scott can play 8, 6 and 8, but Fred is only an 8. That's true. That's true. I just hope we get a midfielder now. Hopefully this weekend they come to an agreement for the Højlund deal, and then after that we go and get a midfielder. But I don't know what it is, guys. Brazil, in comparison, if I compare Brazil versus Panama and obviously France versus Jamaica, coming into this game, I would have thought Brazil would have dominated more. But so far, it's been all France. But this referee, I know, is going to ruin the game. This ref is going to ruin the game because the amount of time she's blown her whistle has been a nightmare. Is literally, I'm not looking forward to it. Gayora manages to get the ball. Kenza Dali out on the right this time. Little 1-2 play link up. Guys, I genuinely think I could be a footballer. Like when I watch women's football, and this is like no offense to women's football, I always think like, what if I took football serious when I was younger? I used to play football, but when I was growing up, women's football was not a thing. So you'd have to travel far to play tournaments and try to find other women's teams to play against. Now there's whole leagues and academies and all of that stuff. Oh, and it's a goal! What a goal for France! A long ball from, it looked like it came from Selma Batcha actually. A ball into the box, flicked down from Diani, and then flicked in by France's number 9. 1-0 to France. Brazil find themselves down. Big goal. That was a big goal. It came out of nowhere. And guys, this is what France were doing a lot against Jamaica. They were putting balls into the box. And this time around, they get onto the end of it. That's a big goal. It's a great ball in. It's actually Sakina Karuchi. I'm calling her Karuchi, but it's Karachui. Shout out to Sakina Karachui. Puts a ball in to the box. A great head down. A nice little knockdown from Diani. And then Lasoma gets onto the end of it and just flicks it in. Just flicks it in. 1-0 France. 1-0 France. I'm hoping, guys, I told you guys I want a goal fest. I want 3-4. I want 3-3. I want 3-2. I just want a lot of goals. Shout out to Sakina for that ball. Let's go France. Now score another. Nah, I don't know about that. I'm hoping Brazil score. I can't lie. Mina could definitely be a footballer. I definitely could, guys. Definitely. Like in my prime age, I was like, who should I compare myself to? Because I played in goal pretty much until I was about 18. But when I was playing in midfield, I was Michael Carrick, man. I was just that sitting midfielder, just pinging balls across the pitch. I miss playing in uni, man. That was the best time. That was the best time. So I definitely think if I was born about 10 years, if I was born 10 years later than when I was actually born, I'd probably be in the league right now. And Lasoma gets on it again. Oh, heavy touch. Brazil send it all the way back to their keeper. Brazil, man. Come on, man. I had a lot of stocks in you. Mina is newer if he was a midfielder. You know who I am? I'm Anana, basically. I'm the blueprint for Andre Anana. I can ping passes all over the pitch, and I'm a good goal saver. And I told you guys, I was so reckless as a goalkeeper. I was averaging a red card probably every 8 games. I used to get sent off. Like, we would go to tournaments, the team that we played for, and one of my other siblings played in the same team as me. And because of my recklessness, I would always get into fights with people in the other team. And obviously, like, I played in a team with like my cousins, and there was a lot of relatives and people I grew up with. So they would never let me get beat up by someone in the other team. Like, let's just say that. But I used to literally come rushing out 1v1. I would come rushing off my line and just 2-foot tackle the player coming at me. 2-foot tackle. If I get kicked in the head, I get kicked in the head. It is what it is. But it was always fun. Until one time my coach told me to stop doing that. Otherwise, I will never play again for the team. So after a tournament where I missed 3 games. We won the competition. So I missed 2 games in the group stage, and then I missed the round of 16 in that tournament. And then I was back for the semis and the final. We won the tournament, but I missed half of the games. And we never had a backup goalkeeper. So like every game, they just had a makeshift goalkeeper in goal. But Brazil are building up in France's half. Renard chasing down the ball. Let's see what she literally, twinkle toes. These Brazilian players got twinkle toes. Nice, they literally, little body feint kind of sent Renard tumbling for a second. Minnesota's giving them a taste of her gloves. What can I say, man? What can I say? If I was born 10 years later, guys, you might have seen me at the World Cup right now. But it is what it is. France building up from the back. I think they're comfortable with this goal that they got right now. I think they're happy with it for now. Brazil definitely won't be happy with it. But we'll see what France can make with this possession now. Just passing around a long ball to the right winger. Brazil have not shown much. I think, look at this. The ref is just calling everything. The referee is calling everything. This is boring. She keeps stopping it anytime someone gets pushed. At what age do women usually retire from football? It varies because Jill Scott was 36 at the Euros last year, or she was 35? Let me double check. She was 35 or 36, and she retired last summer. from football. No, did I just say Jill Scott? I'm an idiot. Jill Scott is a footballer. Jill Scott is a footballer. Excuse my stupidity, guys. But I think they retire about 33, 34-ish. I would say that they retire around that age. Yeah, so Ellen White, for example, retired at 34. She retired last season, so 33. I think a lot of them retire because they can still be of an age where they can have kids if they want to, if they chose not to have kids during their footballing careers. Sometimes, like, it's not people still have kids during, like, their career, because you get maternity leave like every other flipping career. So it's very doable, but sometimes people opt not to have kids and then they wait for their career to end. Brazil, one-on-one, oh my god, Brazil with the biggest chance of the game, a cut back. She left two of her defenders, cut it in to the box. Adriana, one-on-one with the keeper, and I don't know where, she sent that into the stands. Into the stands, all from a simple, that was a poor challenge as well, but the ref played advantage. Yeah, she has to do better. Adriana has to do better there. She has to do better there. That is a big chance. That's a big chance that she's missed. That would have changed the game. And the ref obviously played advantage, so she didn't even call it back for that. Could have been named Adriano. What a missed opportunity. Adriano with the ball again. But you know, one thing I realised about Brazil, yeah, they're very skillful, but sometimes it's like there's no need for skills. I get that's your playing style, but sometimes there's no need for the skills that they're actually doing. And also, a lot of them are one-footed. So if you're playing on the left wing and you're right-footed, you're always going to try cut in on your right foot. And people read that. We've seen it how many times happen so far with Brazil right now. We've seen it happen quite often. So we have to see. I can't wait for pre-season to be over, guys. I actually cannot wait for pre-season to be done and dusted. I want the season to start. I can't wait. I can't wait for the season to start. I'm really optimistic as well for the season, but I'm gonna save that for some United videos when I do it later in the next coming weeks. Obviously, the season starts in about 2 weeks, I think now, or just over 2 weeks for Manchester United. I've missed the transfer news last few days. What's going on? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. The only thing I think is that United rejected a 20 million bid for Harry Maguire from West Ham. That's one news. They put in a 67 million total bid for Rasmus Højlund, which is 62 million fee, 5 million add-ons. But Inter Milan apparently, not Inter Milan, Atalanta want, I think it was a 75 million package. So they want 68 base fee and then 7 million in add-ons. But they're still negotiating, of course. What else? Not much on Amrabat. I've heard stuff about Amrabat, but it's nothing that's in the news right now. So I could share it with you guys, but I don't want to. Or maybe I should. I don't know. It's not much. It's not big news. It's just the fact that Amrabat is interested in United. But like I said, I think I said it on a stream that United is not the only team in for Amrabat. There's 3 other teams plus another team that's not in the Champions League. But four of the teams in for Amrabat is Champions League teams, including Manchester United. He's keen to come to Manchester United. He wants to come to United, but they haven't agreed terms. I don't know why people are saying they've agreed terms. They have not agreed terms at all. And they won't agree terms until they're done with the Rasmus Højlund bid, and then they go and put in a bid. I saw Jamie Jackson, I think he works for The Sun. I can't remember. Saying that Amrabat will cost 50 million. I don't know where he got that figure from, because from things that I've been told, maximum is 35 million euros, and that's maximum, but they could strike a deal for 30 million. So we'll see. You were right about Danjuma. Yes, I was, guys. I remember I said he'd done his medical and he was going to be announced over the weekend, and then bam, he was announced on the Sunday. Big up to my sources. You guys, people have to respect me, because people were rating me as a tier 7 journalist. People were saying I was on the same level as KG. Me and KG, no offense, we are not on the same level when it comes to sources. But of course, a broken clock is right twice a day, innit? So I might be right twice. but I might be wrong a lot of other times. Like when I said the Qatar deal was going to be done before Eid. It's been about a month now since Eid, and it's still not done. So that says a lot as well. Amrabat is 25 to 30. Yes, I think 25 to 35 will get the deal done. I think 30 million will get the deal done. And I think personal terms won't be an issue for Amrabat at all. But also, keep in mind, Liverpool could go and get Amrabat for what they've bidded Lavia's fee for. They bidded 37 for Lavia. It got rejected. And they could just go and bid £30 million for Amrabat, and they get him now that Fabinho is gone. So United have to be careful. If PSG trying to hijack Højlund, we got to be careful if we really want Amrabat. And I feel like we'll go for a centre-back. Another ball in from a free kick for France. Brazil get it away. Kenza Dali just chasing that ball down. Maybe she's switched to the right. Has she switched to the right-hand side? She looks like she's playing on the right side. I hope we beat Amrabat for Liverpool. I hope so too, but I also think United will very much be like, if McTominay stays and Fred stays, I don't think they'll go get a midfielder. But obviously Fred is coming to the end of his contract, so he has to go. He has to go. He's got a year left. Brazil on the counter-attack. These guys are just running into each other non-stop. They are just running into each other non-stop. She is chasing her down. Adriana with the ball. Oh, that's a free kick right on the edge of the box, and the ref calls it. She doesn't play the advantage. She was nice little twinkle toes to get away. France were chasing her down, like, you know when a police officer is chasing a criminal on the street or chasing someone on the street. That's how it looked just now when France were chasing her down. Toletti with the yellow card. She had to do what she had to do. Brazilian players, when they're running, it's like they're gliding. I don't know what it is. It looks so cool. It's like they're gliding when they run. Maybe it's the way that they run on their tiptoes when they're running. But let's see if they can do anything with this free kick on the edge of the box. This is about 22 yards out. I like the goalkeeper's kit. I'm a sucker for pink shirts, guys. I'm a sucker for pink football kits. So I like that goalkeeper's kit. Let's see. It looks like they're going to cross it in. It looks like they might cross it in. I thought they would go for goal. Got a tall wall. Gayora is on her tiptoes. She ain't that tall. She's literally standing on her tiptoes. But Diani is in the wall as well. Let's see if they go for goal. Looks like they... Two people standing over it. One left footer, one right footer. The right footer will go for goal, I think. The left footer will put a ball in. I think she's going to go for goal. Just go for goal. Puts the ball in straight into the keeper's hands. That's pretty wasteful there. Davina, that was wasteful. I don't know why they didn't. Oh, that's actually quite smart for one of the Brazil players. So Renard, the French centre back, really tall, really tall. Yeah, she just got basically shielded when the ball was going into the box. One of the Brazilian players just stood in front of her and basically set a screen. If you guys watch basketball, you'll know what it means to set a screen. She set a screen to stop her from running into the box, from headering it out, because she's the tallest French player. And it's just a long kick from their goalkeeper. France will definitely be happy with this result so far. 30 minutes into the game, 1-0 from a good goal. Brazil will definitely be disappointed with all that space. It's like, guys, I don't know what's going on, but they are playing so congested in tight spaces, and there's so much spaces on the wings. No one's there. Kenza tries to put a ball into the box. It goes out for a France throw on. Could France get another one? Renard looks well pissed off by that. Yeah, she does. But I'm here for it. She dived. That got Bunny Shaw sent off last game. So I don't care. Brazil can go on the counter, but it's just, again, a wasteful pass. Sakina with the ball. Nice little through ball. Gayora one-on-one with the keeper. And the keeper saves it with her feet. But it was offside. I was about to say, one-on-one, and you kick it at the keeper's feet. You should have dinked it over her. If I was playing, guys, I'm chipping the keeper. I'm right there and then, bam. But that's a good ball from Sakina Karachui to actually find Gayora. Gayora getting into good spaces. One of my favourite players in the French league. She is. ripping it up for PSG. She's good. She's a box to box. You know what a box to box is? She's a box to box. She plays more as an 8, but she's a great player. Chipping it into the stands. Nah, don't be a hater, guys. I'm dinking it over the keeper right there and then, guys. Right there and then, I'm dinking it over. Me, if I was a guys, I'm not joking. If I was a footballer, I'll be the most reckless one ever. Like, every couple months there would be some controversy of me being rude to a reporter. You know, like when, like, I've seen some questions at the World Cup that reporters have been asking, and it's actually ridiculous what they ask the players. I don't know. I don't want to speak about it in too much detail. But if you guys saw online, it was all over social media about what a journalist from the BBC asked a Moroccan player in a press conference. I was livid when I saw that. And then again, Nigeria, when they beat, I can't remember who they beat on the weekend. They beat Australia a few days ago on Thursday. It's a corner from Brazil. Nigeria beat Australia on Thursday. And the player that came in to do the presser, they called her the wrong name. They literally called her the wrong name. Like, you are told, guys, at press conferences, you are told the manager's going to come with X player. You are told the player that's going to come. So then you go and call the player by the wrong name. I think is rude. Very rude. So the level of reporting I've been seeing at the World Cup is abysmal, I can't lie. Diani with nice little feet to keep the ball, but she plays a heavy pass out to Kenza, and the ball goes out. I didn't believe that was real. Same. I couldn't believe it. I was lost for words, guys. I was actually lost for words. And I thought, how can, obviously the BBC, I don't think, cleared that reporter to ask that question, because from what I know, reporters come up with their own questions. When I go to press conferences, I come up with my own questions. I always make sure that my question is different to what other people will ask. So for example, I do a lot of Manchester United women press conferences, and people will always ask about, is there any players missing this week? Oh, how are you guys gonna tackle this player? How are you gonna set up against this manager's tactics, or etc. But I remember at the FA Cup, after the FA Cup final, and the manager appreciated it. After the FA Cup final, I asked the manager, like, how are you feeling after that loss? Like, it was a week after. Everyone was saying, it was a Manchester City derby, so everyone was talking about that, and Arsenal. I was like to him, how are you? Are you okay? Like, how have you bounced back from it? Because it was like his second loss at Wembley in a final for two different teams. And then that's when he revealed that his dad had a heart attack a day before the final. And so his mind was kind of consumed with that. And that's why it looked like he was angry the last few games, but it's because of that. And nobody knew that. If I never asked that question, and that question was top, like, what's it called? It was like top line. It was the headers of all the articles that came out about Manchester United that week. And sometimes I feel like you should just come to a press conference well prepared, and don't try to get like clickbait stuff. I was really shocked. By that, and I can't lie, guys. That's an example. If I was a footballer and a reporter asked me that question, right there and then I would have told him, go suck your mum. No offense to anybody that's watching, but I would have been like to him, shut up. Why are you asking me such stupid questions? Or I would have told him, I would have said straight up, because I think the media officer for Morocco said she's not answering that question. I would have just stuck my middle finger up at him, because that's a stupid question to ask. Like, you're setting up someone just for the sake of clicks on your article. It's ridiculous. KG influencing Mina now. It's not that, guys. I've got a side in it. I've got two sides of me. That's all I have to say. There's two sides of me. But 35 minutes into the game, France have been dominating in the attack, in my opinion. They've pretty much been dominating it. But they've got another corner, short one. They go short. Look like they're going to put another ball into the box, which they do, and it's too much, and it goes out for a goal kick. That's disgraceful journalism. Yeah, man. It's just, football journalism has become crazy. That's why I don't like mainstream reporting. And that's why I say fan content and just YouTube, podcasts, all of that is so important, because it's a different form of media. It's a more authentic version, I think. And people could have their opinions about fan channels and just YouTube channels and all of that kind of stuff, but really and truly, I think it's the most authentic form of media. And the reason why mainstream media don't like it is because they can't control it. They can't control the narrative. You can come on it and say whatever you want because, you know, no one's, as long as you're not racist and you're not abusive and you're not homophobic and all that kind of stuff, you can say whatever you want about, you know, your footballing opinions, and you can say this person's crap, that person's crap, because it's a fan channel. It's literally a fan channel. It's about authenticity. And I don't get why people hate it so much. But mainstream media, if you let a fan into a press conference and you let a reporter, a journalist into a press conference, I guarantee you the fan will ask better questions than the journalist. Because the fan will ask questions like, so if United, for example, I like watching content creators. Oh, France on the counter attack. Le Sommer with it, goes wide to Kenzadali. Kenzadali puts a ball in. No one's in the box at that point when she puts a ball in. Manages to keep it before he goes out for a throw-on. One-on-one with her fullback. Where are you going, love? Where are you going? Go all the way back. You have to go all the way back. And they do that. But yeah, so like, I feel like fan channels ask the questions you want to hear because you're a fan as well, and they're asking it from a fan perspective. Whereas journalists will ask the things that will get them the most reads on their article, etc. So that's why, you know, when it comes to getting your source of information, I literally go, I go more so towards there. Fan channels and news are great until they start to argue and one up one another. Yeah, I find that exhausting as well. It's boring. For me, it's boring. Big up to Suleiman, says, I just finished a Lord of the Rings binge watch, so I'm going to go have breakfast now, so see you later, Habibis. Hope you enjoy your breakfast. Breakfast at 11:40 a.m. Damn. At least it's not midday, so it's still technically it's still morning time. France have pretty much dominated possession. Brazil have had, I think that one chance they had on goal, for me, is the only standout chance. Not really been able to dominate possession, not really been able to do much with the ball when they've had it, and not really had time to really breathe on the ball, because every time Brazil have the ball, whether it's in midfield, they get swarmed. They get swamped by like 3-4 players. Kenzadali doing a good defensive job forcing turnovers. I never knew forced turnovers was a stat in football. I know that's in basketball, but didn't know that was a thing in football. But she's had the most forced turnovers so far, and she's playing as a what? She's playing in the middle of a free. She's playing in the midfield free. So big up to her. She's a very good player. I like her at Villa as well. I like watching her at Aston Villa. But it's Brazil with the throw on just in France's the final third. They go back towards their midfield, passing the ball around in the middle of the park. Let's see if they can keep possession or do something with possession. They try to play a ball over the top, getting chased down. There's no way the ref calls that. Caroline, guys, this is her on the ball. Number 21, linked to Manchester United. Oh, nutmeg. Oh, nutmeg. Nutmeg. She sat her down. She sat Kenzadali down. Wow, that is a poor header. Wow. She headed that towards the corner flag. Gacy. Or I think it's pronounced gaze. But that was a poor header. She literally, the way that she positioned herself for that header was poor. She out-jumped Renard. But she couldn't really do much with it. And that seems to be the story for Brazil in the first half. They're not really doing much with it when they do have it. Obviously, that Caroline nutmeg is going to be all over Twitter. United fans are going to be posting that all over Twitter today. 40 minutes in, I think there will probably be like 3 minutes of stoppage time. I don't think there will be much stoppage time, to be honest. I don't see there being much stoppage time. Oh, shit. I kind of accidentally messed up with my stopwatch. But Brazil still have the ball. Go out to the left-hand side. France staying compact right now. Trying to force a turnover. And they do. But it goes straight back to Brazil. Back to France. Back to Brazil. That seems to have been... That's whenever Brazil have the ball, that seems to be the narrative. Brazil have it. France force a turnover. They clear it out. Goes back to Brazil. Brazil have it again. France force a turnover. They clear it out. Goes back to Brazil again. And again, the keeper just poor pass from the goalkeeper. Brazil have to go into the dressing room at half time, and they need to have a word with everybody, because they are poor in possession. They're poor in front of goal. Not doing much with it. Maybe France are just... Oh, look at that. Karachui just... Oh, I thought the ref was going to call it. There you go. She calls it. And she looked like she got a bus slip as well. Did someone punch her in the face? She's bleeding from her lip. Sakina Karchoui, the number 7 left back for France, is bleeding from her lip. But I don't remember her getting into any sort of physical stuff. I don't recall that. But she literally skips past 2 defenders. And I always wonder if she's... I don't know. I need to see this. Because I wonder if she started out as a defender her entire life. Because she's actually too good on her feet to be a left back. Like, I fully believe that she could be, like, a winger or something. But it looks like she started out as a left back. And it's a big ball in. Keeper comes out, misses it, but manages to catch the shot. And it's a big goal kick to the left-hand side. Caroline chasing that down. Let's see what Brazil can do with it on the counter-attack. Can't do nothing with it because Gayora is back there. But Brazil still have the ball. Trying to build up from the right-hand side. Why are you shooting from 35 yards out? Why are you shooting from 35 yards out? Honestly, why are you doing that in build-up? You see all that space on the right-hand side that Brazil have. A player is going for the overlap. Go for the overlap. As a right back, why are you shooting from that far? It makes no sense at all. Honestly, it makes no sense. Again, Brazil with the ball. I hope they can do something with these chances. Ooh, that's a poor challenge. That's a poor follow through. And it's definitely going to be a yellow card, that's for sure. Definitely going to be a yellow card. Toletti is holding her knee. Hope she's alright. Because anytime a player goes down holding their knee, but I hope, yeah, it looks like the medical staff have come onto the pitch. We saw what happened with Kira Walsh yesterday, which was actually not from contact. That was from her, I think, chasing something and just landing her leg awkwardly. But that was just a poor follow through, I think. That was just a poor follow through. How is that a yellow card? How is that oh, she literally went into the back of her leg. She went into the back of her knee. And she's lucky to come out with a yellow card for that. I can't lie, she's lucky. But Toletti looks like she's okay. Sitting up, so clearly she's alright. And I think the extra time will probably be like 5 minutes. It'll be like 4 or 5 minutes. I can't see more than that, to be honest. Hopefully she's okay. Why are they forcing Harve Renard on our screen? Gories, I think that's her name. Airy. You know what they should do? And they did it for the Men's World Cup. I don't know why they didn't do it for the Women's World Cup. But they had players sitting down and doing videos with FIFA to show how their names are pronounced. They should have done that for the Women's World Cup, because I've been butchering names. The TV commentators have been butchering names. Everyone has been butchering names so far. But that free kick is a long ball that just goes out for a Brazil goal kick. We'll see what the extra time is saying. I think it's going to... Oh, only 3 minutes. Only 3 minutes of extra time. There haven't been much stoppages, to be honest. There's been a lot of free kicks. The ref has scored a lot of free kicks back. But I didn't think it would only be 3 minutes. I thought maybe 4 or 5. But who am I to complain? I need Brazil to go into that changing room at halftime and have a chat, because they need to come out better. They need to come out a lot better in the second half. Another Brazil throw-in. No sense of urgency from either team, to be honest. And you wouldn't think Brazil, in that case, is the team that's currently down. So there's not really much sense of urgency there. Calling for a handball shout, but the ref is not interested. France, again, it's just... Nobody's been able to control the possession for too long. Every time, it's just forced turnovers on both sides. Look at that. Look at that. But it's France with the ball on the attack. Go out to the far left. Is she going to have a shot? She's going to have a shot. I don't know why these players are shooting from so far out. Obviously, somebody wants to score a screamer, but we don't have the capacity for that. You guys don't have the capacity right now. That's the second time I've seen someone taking a shot from more than 30 yards out this game. And it doesn't even get to the goalkeeper. But Brazil, with a clearance France with the header. That's just been the story this half. I'm telling you guys that it's been like a ping pong match with the ball. Neither team keeping possession. They're just going bang, 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 bang. Second half, hopefully both teams come out better. Ooh, is that Marta on the bench playing at her 6th World Cup? She looks livid right now. And the reason why I want Brazil to win, guys, is because I want Brazil versus Jamaica next week. I want it to be a win for Jamaica. I want Jamaica to win, and I want Jamaica and Brazil to go through. That's why. If France win right now, Jamaica have to win later on today. And if Jamaica win later on today, I think they are tied in second or third, whatever, with France. Brazil will be what? No, France will go top of the table with 4 points. Jamaica will be second with 4 points if they win. Brazil will be third with 3 points, and then Panama will be bottom with no points. I can't lie. I don't want that. I need Brazil to win. But they need to sort themselves out. This ping pong stuff that they're doing with the ball, it's not cutting it. It's not cutting it. Big up to Joe Blackman in the chat says, I'm not going to lie, this match is embarrassing for women's football. It's been poor. It's been a poor level standard of football for two relatively senior teams in the tournament. Brazil obviously playing with a chip on their shoulder. France got a lot to prove. I thought it would be a lot more of a technical game. Guys, if you guys want to watch a technical game, a good game, please watch Japan versus Spain. I think it's Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember. I think it's Tuesday or Monday. Japan versus Spain. Two of the two best technical teams in the competition. They've been smoking teams 5-0, 4-0 in the competition so far. Both of them are set to be through to the groups to the round of 16. But obviously, someone wants to top the table. For me, Japan was my underdogs coming into the tournament. I said people need to pay attention to Japan. So if you guys want to watch proper ball, a technically good game, Japan versus Spain. This I thought this would be a game because Brazil has not really beaten France in their last, I think, 10 games or 11 games. They have not beaten France. I thought, obviously, what I saw, Brazil versus Panama, the levels between Panama and France is wide, isn't it? There's a big difference between the two teams. But I just thought maybe, just maybe, France and Brazil would be a good game. But I can't lie, it's been a poor game of, to me, I'm calling it ping pong football. No one dominating possession, no one controlling the game. The midfield battle has been a good battle, but I just feel like Brazil are just not doing well. Big up to Ivan says, I find Brazil are poor without the ball. It looks like they defend in a flat line and France is dropping in half spaces. 100%, I agree. I've seen that. Even, I don't know if you guys realise, but maybe this is the tactical idea for France. When they are not in possession, there's about 2-3 players hounding whoever has the ball. And that's how they're winning back the ball. If you saw now, they've had over 30 forced turnovers. So they've forced possession back to them more than 30 times in this half. And I think 11 of that was from Kenza Dali, playing phenomenally so far. And I just feel like in that instance, that's what Brazil are struggling with. When they don't have the ball, they're not doing much. And when they do have the ball, I think they're trying to force that beautiful style of football, you know, that tiki-taka football that they played against Panama. Panama were happy to sit back. Panama were happy to defend, even though they struggled to do so. They were happy to do that. They were happy to not have possession. It's their debut in the World Cup. Their first game of the competition, they come up against Brazil. It was a difficult watch, but I definitely feel like the levels between Brazil in that game and Brazil in this game is big margins of difference. And that's where you have to think, what do Brazil have to do? You know, there's a few players that I have not really seen them this game. Caroline, I just saw her now when she nutmegged the player and drove into the box. That's the first time that I saw her all game. Gacy up top for Brazil, not seen much of her. I haven't seen much of her. A right winger, Ari Borges, had 2 goals and an assist last game. I haven't seen much of her. So Brazil have to try and figure it out. I think they have to try and figure it out, which they will do at half-time. I think second half is big, like I said. If France win, they go top of the table. If Jamaica win against Panama, and bear in mind Jamaica are missing Bunny Shaw today due to that red card. And that's why I said I don't rate Renard, France's centre-back, because she dived. I don't know if you guys saw last week, but she fully dived in that final challenge from Khadija Shaw, and Khadija Shaw got sent off. So as a result, she's missing that Panama game. So if Jamaica can get a result there against Panama, which I expect them to do, but you never know. You actually never know. Jamaica could go second. Brazil will stay in third, and that must-win game against Jamaica and Brazil will be a very interesting watch. And obviously, France will be looking to beat Panama to get through on a comfortable position in this group. So this group, for me, is still pretty wide open. It's still pretty wide open. We'll know more at the end of the day after that Jamaica and Panama game. But I think Brazil, for me, has been disappointing. It's been a really disappointing game. Come on, Mina. Jamaica flags. Of course, I want Jamaica to go as far as possible. Same way I want Nigeria to go as far as possible. The two teams that actually have a chance, I think, of getting far. I think Zambia, not so much. Morocco, we have to wait until their second game tomorrow. South Africa, I think, could have a chance. I think they could have a chance if they win their last game. A lot can happen. I don't think there's only a few teams that have won all two of their games so far in the group stages. It's Spain, Japan, England. USA only won one and they drew one. So that group is still wide open. A lot of the groups, guys, in the group stages right now are pretty wide open, and they will pretty much go to the final day of group stage matches, which is starting, I think it's tomorrow it starts. Obviously Norway, I don't know what the hell is going on with Norway. They've got their own little problems on and off the pitch. Ada Hegerberg, their big star, who for me was one of my players to watch at the World Cup, will not be playing again in their final game. I know they're saying it's injury, but I know there's some beef. Going on between the manager, and their manager's poor. I genuinely think she deserves to get sacked at the end of this World Cup. Obviously, they won't sack her mid World Cup or just before the World Cup, but I definitely do not see her coming for any other future competitions for Norway. Norway have to win and hope that another result in their group helps them. Obviously, Australia as well, New Zealand. Every group, guys, is pretty wide open. It's pretty wide open. But today is Saturday, so I'm hoping that there's some Manchester United news. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping every so often I'm just refreshing my social media. I'm actually so shameless, guys. I'm gonna say this now because I don't think anybody's really paying attention at the moment. But I DM'd David Ornstein on Twitter. He follows me, so I DM'd him and I said, "Hey, is there any new news on Manchester United?" And he said, I'm not going to say what he replied. He replied something funny. But shout out to David Ornstein. He's a top lad. But I'm hoping there's some news with Manchester United, especially with Rasmus Højlund. I hope that something happens in the next the next 2 days, that they agree a deal. And then hopefully medical, all of that stuff, and he could be announced. There was someone on my channel the last 2 weeks has been saying that Manchester United will announce Rasmus Højlund on the 5th of August. And I see it kind of happening. I kind of see it happening. SJ's laughing. Listen, I'm shameless, innit? If I wanted, Fabrizio don't follow me, but if he did, I would have DM'd him. I would DM him and be like, hey, you got any new Manchester United news? I promise I won't tell anyone. I'm shameless, guys. I have no shame. If I want to know something, I'll ask. But also, David Ornstein, he's a lovely guy. I had the pleasure of, speaking with him and that when I was working at the freelancing with the Athletics, and he always retweets my articles. So he's pretty cool, man. Shout out to David Ornstein. But I'm shameless. I want to know something, I will go and ask. Guys, in this life, you don't ask, you don't get. Yeah? So I just literally, if I read you guys the message, you guys will laugh. I said, hey David, really enjoying your coverage just this window. There's a lot of authenticity in the way that you break the news. Is there any news for some positive Manchester United stuff? All the best. I'm not going to say what he replied, but he did say, thank you, keep working hard, I see what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not going to say what he said about all the rest of the stuff. Just because, for confidentiality reasons. But, damn. There is a lot of Brazil fans, guys, in the crowd right now. There's quite a lot of Brazil fans, which is actually quite surprising because one thing I know that the Brazil, I think it was the president or prime minister or something, or the football federation, they changed the work hours between they changed the work hours between when Brazil are playing. So I think right now, I think they're playing, it's early hours in Brazil. But I know they played in like the early hours of the morning one day, and they let everybody start work late, start school late, all of that stuff. Do you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the 2002 World Cup when England lost. And a lot of people came to school late that morning because I think the game was on at like 8 a.m. And I remember everyone in my family watching it on, like, getting ready for school and work and all of that stuff. And we went to school late that morning because we were literally watching the game. And the school didn't say anything. So I feel like we should normalize that stuff. We should normalize, if it's the World Cup and your nation is playing, you should be allowed, you should have the day off from work, I think. I remember during the Euros, I think it was the last World Cup, the Men's World Cup, 2018, a lot of workplaces, when England were playing at 6 p.m, a lot of workplaces were letting people leave at 4 o'clock so they can go and watch the England game. And I think that should be done more often. Especially in international tournaments. I know in Saudi Arabia during the World Cup, everybody had the day off when Saudi Arabia were playing. You know that. It's crazy. To me, that's kind of crazy. But I'm here for that. I can't lie. I'm totally here for that. Would be nice. It would be nice if my national team were in the World Cup wearing. You guys are always asking where I'm from. I'm literally wearing a football shirt of my national team. I will never see them in the World Cup, but I hope I live long enough to see them in an international tournament because they've got their own issues with federation, corruption, all of that stuff. Big up Sadchif says, big up Joe. Shout out to Joe, repping for Jamaica in the comments. They take on Panama after this game. Sweden absolutely annihilated Italy earlier this morning. I think it was 5-0. Yeah, it was 5-0. And 4 of those goals they scored in the first half, within a 15-minute time frame of the first half. But guys, don't know if you guys know, but I got new graphics here. Oh shit, I keep doing it wrong. Got new graphics here. I'm trying out new stuff for Vibe-alongs, trying to see what works, what doesn't work. I think for the England games, there I normally have the formation. But for these kind of games, I don't see the point of having the formation. So let me know what you guys prefer. Do you lot prefer to see the formation? Do you guys just prefer like a little graphic animation? Just something light, something nice, like that. Because I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. You see, even now, I told you, my there's no stream delay. There's only like a 3-4 second stream delay between when I'm recording right now and when it's coming to your screen. So I figured that out. Guys, this stuff is not easy. Shout out to everyone. Sirens. It's not a stream, guys. It's not a stream if there's no sirens. But shout out to people who do all their tech stuff on YouTube. One thing I know for sure, one thing I've learned, I've only been doing this for like a month now. And one thing I've realized, it's not easy. It is. That's why I shout out to anybody that is a content creator, whatever form of content creator they are. I don't call myself a content creator. I don't think I am. I create content, but I also write articles. I go on TV, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm a bit of everything. But one thing I've had to learn during this journey is technology, what works, what doesn't. It took me a long time to get the subscriber count there. Shout out to Owen who told me how to do the scoreboard stuff. It's a learning curve, guys. That's what I have to say. It's a learning curve. And shout out to anybody. I know a lot of people who have channels and that. They have people that help them behind the scenes that do, thumbnails for them, might do editing for them, all of that. I've learned how to do everything myself. From the thumbnails to the overlays to my intros. I'm quite picky when it comes to my intros and outros because for personal reasons, I don't like to have music in my streams. I don't want music in my intros. I don't want music in my outros. So if you guys ever realize, my intros is just silence. There's a clip, but it's just silent. Just because I don't want to have music due to my own personal beliefs. So I've been figuring that out. And Josh is always there to give me advice whenever I ask him. Shout out to Owen, always giving me advice on how to do stuff. He's the one that recommended to me what better softwares to use, etc. Josh told me what laptop and computer to get, to enhance quality, all of that kind of stuff. It's not easy, guys, and it's not cheap. It's not cheap. I don't make a penny from this, guys. I don't make a penny from this. I'm not at that level yet as a YouTube partner. I haven't even hit YouTube partner yet, but I do it for fun just because I feel like it's engaging, it's authentic, you know, building a community, all of that kind of stuff. It's fun. It is fun. Big up to Satchif says, big up guys, if Maguire leaves Man United, I'm going to do a live stream celebration party. I'm going to take it that Satchif is not a fan of Harry Maguire. Big up to SJ says, Mina always getting better. You have to try. Why is there a lorry outside reversing? Satchif said that Australian woman who's a goalkeeper was moving a little De Gea-ish. Joe Blackman says, I'm a little scared. I want to do my first stream soon. I did my first stream, guys. I had about, I think, 9 viewers maybe. I had 100 and something subscribers. And one thing I will say, had a conversation with someone about this as well. One thing I will say is just do it. You know, like Nike, just do it. Because the longer you leave it and delay it, don't worry about viewers. Don't worry about how many people are watching, how many people are interacting in the chat. By the way, they're getting ready to kick off the second half. But Joe, don't be worried about that kind of stuff. You just do it. There's times I do streams and two people are watching, 3 people are watching. But as the stream goes on, more people tune in. And that's just part of it. That's just part of it, especially as you grow your channel, as you grow your content, as it gets bigger and bigger. So one thing I would say is just do it. Simple as that. Just do it. Mina, do you listen to music because you aren't out of touch with music references? I listen to music occasionally, yeah. But the reason why I don't put music in my videos is because what I do behind closed doors, that's between me. And to be honest, my New Year's resolution was to cut music out of my day-to-day life, which I'm getting there. I don't listen to music as much as I used to. I know all these music references because TikTok, urban culture, all of that. And the reason why I don't put music in my intros and my outros is because if I have 500 people watch a video that I've made and there's music in it, I just don't think that's a good representation for me. So that's why I opt not to put music in it. But yeah, big up to Amir for that. Joe says, it is nerve-wracking trying to think of content. You just have to get with it, guys. You have to get with it. Trust me. The content ideas will come along as time goes on. A lot of, like, entire YouTube is full of similar stuff, similar things. You just have to find your niche and just rock with it and get on with it. That's all you have to do. Like, my niche is football, but also gaming. So I kind of mix the two on my channel. I don't know if I should move to Twitch. I don't know if I should move to Twitch for gaming or I should stay here. I think I'll stay here for now. Just because I prefer YouTube. I don't really know how to use Twitch. It's too confusing. Twitch is too confusing for me. So that's that. You just have to find your niche and get with it. Big up to Joe for that. Satchif says to Joe, you would be the first one to be invited to my live stream party, and KG is more than welcome to come. You guys actually hate Harry Maguire. I think justice for Harry Maguire, man. He's definitely worth more than what West Ham were trying to pay. That's all I have to say. He's worth more than that. I don't care what anyone says. You can hate him as much as you want. You cannot tell me he's worth 20 million. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. There's hate and then there's just damn right disrespect. Marta, again, they keep showing her on the bench, obviously playing in her 6th World Cup. I don't watch Twitch. It doesn't work for me. Same. I prefer to watch, if you're gaming, guys, I would rather watch you on YouTube than on Twitch, because I don't like the way Twitch is. There's a bunch of like, you can set up bots in the chat, which is cool, but I don't know how to do that. I feel like I'm used to using YouTube because I use it all the time. So I just prefer that. How is Maguire pro? I think he's good enough to be pro, guys. Come on, be real. I'm sure if you were to invite Maguire to your Sunday league game, he would probably outshine everyone. Nice little tackle from Brazil. I'm glad the referee did not call that, because the ref has been calling everything for a foul. Brazil on the counter-attack. There's about 5-6 players back, and this is the thing. They just try to 1v1 way too often, Brazil, and they can never get past a player. Maguire is shameless, man. He thinks that he would rather play for a bigger club than West Ham. I don't know. I don't think it's about him playing. I think he would be happy to go to West Ham. Why are they shooting from... Guys, please, someone explain to me why they are shooting from these distances. Why are they shooting from these distances? But I don't think Maguire doesn't want to play for West Ham. But come on, guys, 20 million is disrespectful. No matter who you are. I'm worth 20 million if I was a footballer. Poor clearance from Brazil. Right to France. Gives it right to France in their own third. In their own final third. Sakina Karachuri with the ball. Trying to play a little pass in. Still has the ball. Gets fouled on the edge of the box. And the ref does not call it. And she's about to foul this Brazil player. And she does that. Drags her back. She looks like she might get booked. Maguire has won more than Kane, and his CV is better than some 60 million players. What's on his CV? Let's go and have a look at Harry Maguire's CV, because I'm pretty sure, firstly, his name ain't even Harry Maguire. He's been lying to us all this time. His name is actually Jacob Harry Maguire. So I'm calling him Jacob Maguire. I call him that all the time because that's his name. Harry is his middle name. But if we look at his accolades, if we look at his honours, he ain't got much, to be honest. At the age of 30, he's 30 years old, and he's played for 5 senior clubs, yeah? He's got 1 Football League Championship playoff medal with Hull. He's got 1 trophy with Manchester United, which is the Carabao Cup. He was runner-up for Europa League, where we lost it. Then he's runner-up for the Euros with England. Finished 3rd in the Nations League for England. And then he's got a bunch of individual accolades, yeah? But these are what? PFA Team of the Year, League 1. He's only made the PFA Team of the Year when he was playing in League 1. I don't think he's got accolade. Like, come on, man. Harry Kane got how many golden boots in the Premier League? Obviously, defenders can't win accolades like that. But you're telling me you've only made the PFA Team of the Year when you were playing in League 1. He won PFA Fans Player of the Year in League 1. He won League 1 Team of the Season. Football League Young Player of the Year. Okay, cool. Sheffield United Player of the Year for what? 3 years. Hull City Player of the Year, 2 different years. Leicester City Player of the Year, Player of the Season, and then Players Player of the Season. And then this is his only big achievement, in my opinion. He made the Europa League Team of the Season and the Euros Team of the Tournament, which is good achievements. Those are good achievements. But one thing I'll say is this forced hate for Harry Maguire. I don't care how much you lot hate him, guys. 20 million is an insult of a bid. I don't care how much people don't like him. There is no way people genuinely think that he's worth 20 million. Crybaby says, objectively, it takes you longer than 3 seconds to turn 90 degrees. You can't be considered an athlete. He's not a pro. Come on, that's harsh, man. That's harsh. Jimmy says, I'll pay West Ham 20 million to take it. Fan cams allow too much of Maguire hate. I don't know why. It seems like it brings more fans to them. I don't think that they allow Maguire hate. I just think fan cams allow people to have their opinions. So it's very rare you'll see Harry Maguire being criticised on Sky Sports, or on any kind of mainstream media, because you have to be impartial as a reporter, as a journalist covering a club, whatever. Whereas if you're a fan, you can criticise everyone, and it's pretty calm. Are you on Xbox or PS? I'm on PS. I'm on PS5. Looking to challenge people. Looking to do a stream this weekend where I play subscribers. So if any of you guys are on PlayStation, give me a shout. I will smoke you. Oh, a nice little dummy. Why did she not leave it for the keeper? France have been all over Brazil so far. Joe says 20 million is insulting, but he deserves it. We overpaid. It is insulting, and we did overpay. So you're definitely right on that. I want to play you whenever you're ready, mate. Whenever you're ready. I might do a stream maybe this evening, later this afternoon, or maybe most likely tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow afternoon, I will do Mina versus Minions. I already played a subscriber, smoked them 3 times in a row. So I would definitely be doing it again. If you've got the PS4 or the PS5 version of FIFA, I can play you. And it should be. I'm on Xbox though. We can cross platforms. I think we can. I think there's crossplay. Yeah, I think there is crossplay on FIFA. I don't know how you have an Xbox though. Me, I'm too loyal to PlayStation. Me, it's PS5 or PlayStation or nothing. I'll never get an Xbox, especially now that Activision are being sold to Microsoft. I'm scared that Microsoft might make Call of Duty only available on Xbox. Then in that case, I might have to get an Xbox. That's the only time you'll see me playing on Xbox. Brazil have definitely settled into this game a lot more in comparison to I say that and then they just give the ball away, guys. Sometimes I should just keep quiet. Do you play Call of Duty, not Warzone? I play Warzone and multiplayer. So I play Call of Duty multiplayer and I play Warzone. But I play Warzone more. I play, what's it called? Resurgence. So the one that you can come back. I play that a lot. I won't even tell you guys what my accumulated hours are on the game. And it's only been out since November. Brazil with the ball on the edge of the box, trying to force a pass in. They can, but France get it out. Brazil are knocking on the door. They're knocking on the door of France. Kenza Dali doing a great job defensively. Has been the biggest difference maker, I think, in defense, in midfield, sorry, for France so far this game. She came on as a sub last game. Brazil with the ball, trying to force it in, trying to force an opportunity, but you can see France have congested their box, and they're also quick to get out as well. You see it now on the counter. They've got 3 players against, it was 4 versus 4 essentially. Diani with the ball on the right hand side, no one in the box, and Brazil get it out for a throw on. France have definitely been a lot less aggressive. A lot less aggressive in possession, I'll say. This in the last 10 so minutes. Brazil have definitely, whatever has been said to Brazil in the changing rooms has worked for now. They've become a lot less sloppy with the ball, but it's just everything is a bit forced. And France are really on the front foot defending. So Brazil struggled to get past anything. Brazil with the ball again. They're defending well as well. They're defending a lot better than they were before. But I just think neither team are kind of capitalising on the space. Look at all the space on the pitch. So much space, and they're just all playing in that little centre circle. Wasteful with the ball again. Brazil wasteful with it. If France could punish them for these opportunities, it would be nice. But France ain't gonna do that. And I'm stupid to say that because I want Brazil to win. But I'm not too sold on Brazil right now. I came into the game a bit optimistic. Now I'm not as optimistic. $55 minutes in, 10 minutes into this half. These French and Brazilian players, guys, they're just grabbing each other non-stop. Maybe they like each other or something, because they are just grabbing each other and dashing each other to the floor. I've seen it happen about... Look at, that's a wrestling move. That is straight out of WWE. That is straight out of WWE right there. They gotta be having a laugh. They gotta be having a laugh. But it's France's ball. A nice free kick just in the halfway. Just in Brazil's half, sorry. A nice delivery into the box. Keeper can catch that. She punches it out. Good punch. Gets it far enough. Brazil trying to get on the end of that, but they can't. France with the ball. And it's Kenza Dali again. Kenza Dali has been the game changer, man. Kenza Dali has been the game changer. I'm actually going to message one of my friends who plays for the French national team. They're just not at the World Cup. And I'm going to ask her what she thinks of this performance. Kenza Dali is the best player for France today. I'm a big fan of Kenza. Big up to her. Again, would love a player like her at United, but that ain't happening. And if you guys were watching earlier in the stream, France's entire left-hand side is of North African descent. Their entire left-hand side is North African descent. That's crazy. That's what immigration looks like. And Gazy gets past her player, puts a ball into the box. No one can get on the end of that. 2 players went for the ball and neither of them fought to say, leave it for me. Brazil knocking on the door. Little sambas and salsa step. That's what I'm going to call it, because that's what it looks like. Have a shot, Caroline. Falls to her one-on-one. What a goal. What a finish. What a finish. We have a game, ladies and gentlemen. We have a game. 1-1 Brazil. And that all came, I said it, guys, about 30 seconds before. I said Brazil were knocking on the door, and that was coming. That was coming. Look at what that means. Brazil's goalkeeper lets out a big scream. She's like, that is a big goal. That is a great finish. And that's a passionate finish from Debina. Just slapping her badge to the Brazilian fans. But look, they have the ball on the left-hand side. Little skill to kind of send the players the wrong way. Plays the ball in Caroline, edge of the box, goes for a shot. It's a lucky deflection, lands to Dabina. She takes a good touch. That's the most important thing. She takes a good touch and she just slots it past the keeper. I think that's a great goal. I think that's a great finish. Unlucky that with that shot from Caroline actually deflected off a France player, but Dabina was just in the right place at the right time. And that's sometimes how it is in football. Right place, right time. If you're not expecting it, and she wasn't expecting the ball to drop to her, but it drops to her feet, she takes a great touch and a great finish. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game. Guys, we got a game on our hands. Let's see how the next 30 so minutes goes. Let's see how the next 30 minutes or so goes. Joe says that was the best passage of play I've seen in this match. It's the best passage of play I've seen from Brazil so far. I don't know what was said to them at halftime. I don't know what their coach said to them. But it's worked. It's worked because second half they've come out looking a lot different, and maybe this might actually set France a bit back. This might set them a bit back. We got a game, and if it ends in a draw, guys, if it ends in a draw and Jamaica beat Panama today, I will be watching that game. If Jamaica beat Panama, boy, this group is wide open. This group is wide open because Jamaica and Brazil will both be on 4 points, of course. Let me not speak too optimistically yet because, of course, Jamaica missing their key player. But we'll see how this game finishes. Look at this. They're just dragging each other up. Someone's going to get a shoulder injury the way that they're getting dragged by their arms every time. The way they're getting, whether it's a Brazil player dragging a French player or a French player dragging a Brazilian player. We are seeing it way too often. But it's a substitution for Brazil. It looks like Geza is coming off. Yeah, Geza, number 18, is coming off. She hasn't been that impactful. She's got bare tats as well. I ain't never seen a female player with so many tattoos on her neck, her arms, everywhere. She's got a whole sleeve. It's a like for like switch, I think. It's a like for like switch. It's a forward for a forward. I think we've got a game, guys. I'm excited for now. This is when this game is going to pick up. This is when this game is going to be entertaining. It's going to be entertaining. That was a great finish from Dabina. Honestly, that touch changed the whole passage of play. She could have had a bad touch and it would have got knocked away from her, but it's a good touch. And look at this. Brazil are just playing with a bit more enthusiasm. Right now. A bit more enthusiasm. Dabina on the far right trying to put a ball in or get past her player. Puts a ball in and it just gets hit by a French fullback. Brazil, listen, they're going for the second chances. The second ball chances, they're going for it. They're pressing right now. And if France can play out of the press, then they can easily catch them out. But France don't look like they're going to be doing that anytime soon. Go all the way back to their keeper. Poor clearance from the keeper. Lucky to not take a deflection off the player. Look at that. Brazil all over France, not giving them a time. Another goal is coming for Brazil. I think another goal is coming. They are not giving France any opportunity to breathe on the ball or anything. They're hounding them every time they got the ball. And this is what they were lacking in the first half. Second half, they came out with a lot more resilience. A nice little dummy 1-2 play. Gets past the defenders. France still doing the same thing when it's like 3 or 4 players circulating the ball, around the ball at all times when the opponent has the ball. Keeper just kicks it out for a French throw in. You can never go wrong with Brazil's kit. I feel like Brazil kit always looks nice no matter what. But France with a throw on and they just fumble it out of play. Now it's a Brazil throw on. Oh, we're back to the Harry Maguire discussion. Sadchif says Maguire is worth 35 million. I'll take... I said this on my stream yesterday, guys. I would take 35 million from Harry Maguire. I can't lie. That plus add-ons, I will take it. France with the ball. Again, Brazil not allowing France to breathe. Every second ball, they're going for it. They're fighting for it. Which is what they should be doing. And they win the throw-on. Brazil win the throw-on. If anyone's scoring right now, it's probably Brazil. The ball is in their court right now. They look more likely to score, in my opinion. let's see what they can do with this opportunity. Can they do much with it? No, they can't do anything with it, and it's back to France's throw-on. I wonder how many throw-ons this game has had. It's not had many corners in comparison to other games, but they've had a lot of throw-ons. They've had a lot. Both teams have had a lot of throw-ons. Oh, what a skill to bring it down. Gets the ball over the top. Has just got too much on that ball for her to chase it down. But this is what you get with Brazil, man. You get the skills, you get the flair, you get all of that stuff. It's even in, like, we know the men's team's known for that, but the women's team are also known for that as well. They just need to, I think the most important thing is to pick the right time to be doing skills and showing a bit of flair, but obviously it's the way that they play. Dabina with the ball, Caroline back onside, tries to play 1-2 with Dabina. She could have just carried it on with herself. She didn't even have to go for the 1-2. Brazil win the ball back. Brazil win the ball back, dispossess France, and then France win the ball back again. Hey Mina, did you remove my Xbox ID? No, you didn't put it in the chat. I'm sorry, I didn't remove anything. So I don't, if you put it in the chat, I haven't seen it. So just put it in the chat again, and I'll make a note of it. Oh, when I said take it down, I meant write it down. My bad. Put it in the chat, and I'll write it down. Because I think I have to add you directly on FIFA. I can't add you on PlayStation. I think I have to add you directly on FIFA. Or you could just wait. Actually, I would say just wait for when I set up the stream. Probably this afternoon. Maybe if I do all my errands. I got a bunch of errands to do, guys. So maybe after my errands, I will sit down and set up Mina versus Minions. Winner takes all. There's nothing to win. Maybe just some bragging rights. But we'll see. Le Sommer is off. The goal scorer for France. And Betcho is on. Like for like switch. But yeah, if you guys want to see me doing a Mina versus Minion stream, I will do it, guys. I will do it. I'm happy to do it, guys. I really want to do it. That's the thing. I don't know if enough people play FIFA. Obviously, road to 1K. You see it. Oh, shit. I keep doing it wrong. You see it up here, guys. Road to 1K. Well, we're not that far away, obviously. And when I get to 1K, you guys already know what's coming. I will be playing KG the Comedian on live stream. Only when I hit 1K. That's the deal that me and him had. And I will play him best out of 3. And I will smoke him all 3 times. But before that, obviously, I will play subscribers. And also, I might set up a MinaFootball Pro Clubs team if anybody plays Pro Clubs. But that's just for gaming content. Obviously, this season will be picking up soon. Ooh, Getcha on the edge of the box. Gayora. Ooh, straight into the keeper. And keeper actually punches it over the bar. Keeper could have caught that, I think. But the keeper definitely could have had to do that. Keeper had to punch it over the bar. And it's out for a corner. All of that again from a deflection, similar to how Brazil scored. There was a ball into the box that was deflected from a Brazilian player, landed straight to Gayora, one of my favourite French players, and the keeper just does enough. Let's see what they can do with this corner, if they can do anything. Obviously, Renard will probably be the target, and Brazil get it out, edge of the box, tries to take a first hit volley. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know. Why are people shooting from crazy positions in the box? Karachui with a ball in. Brazil out, but it lands back to Kenzadali. Kenzadali puts another ball in. No one can get on the end of it. Brazil get on the end of it and get it out. Brazil defending right now for their life. France with another ball in. Renard flicks it on. Another flick on. Falls down to Getcho. Another shot from the edge of the box from Kenzadali. And it's Brazil on the counter-attack. It's a 3 versus 3 right now. Counter-attack. She's going to go all the way. She's greedy. She had the option on the left. Caroline was running on the left unmarked. Unmarked on the left. And instead, Dabina just tried to go straight through the middle of 2 defenders. And now it's France on the other end. Now it's France on the other end. Is she going to square it? She's going to square it. And a Brazilian player gets on the end of it. And then she... Guys, that is a funny sequence of play. The Brazil defender gets it, tries to clear it out, boots it onto her own player. It nearly goes into the goal. France now have it, put another ball into the box. And that's a wasteful cross. That was a crazy 1 minute of sequence of football, guys. Either team could have scored. Either team could have scored right there and then. That was a crazy sequence. I think Dabina was absolutely greedy in that instance. 3 versus 3. You got one winger running on the left of you, another winger running on the right of you, 3 players right in front of you, circulating the position that you're running into, and you chose to run through it instead of going to the left. That's a poor choice. That's a poor choice, in my opinion, for such an experienced player. But the game is there for the taking for either team. Sakina Karchoui booked. That's, I think, France's 3rd booking of the game so far. Oh, she's buff, man. Mashallah, she's pretty, man. She's very pretty. But again, I'm surprised it took her this long to get booked, because she's been dragging players all game, left, right, and centre. Left, right, and centre. You know what the funny thing is, and I would have thought I'd see it more with women's football. I have not seen women players dragging each other from the hair. I've seen men footballers doing it, like Fellaini did it to Guendouzi, I remember, Man United versus Arsenal. I'm yet to see women do it to each other. I wonder if we'll see that at any point during the World Cup. That's one thing I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see. But 70 minutes nearly played. Either team could have had a goal so far in the last couple minutes. It's just poor decision making on either end. Women also get up more quickly. I think they do. They don't really... I barely see women like rolling around in that. I have seen women diving, definitely in the World Cup. 100%. WSL, I've seen it. Brazil with the ball. Let's see what they can do. Dabina on the left-hand side, running in so much space. Is she going to cut it? Is she going to cut in with her right foot? Going to put a ball into the box. A header. No one can get on the end of it. France get it out. Sakina trying to get rid of the ball. And... the ref is calling everything. The ref is the referee ruining this game with the amount of calls and stoppages that she's doing? Because that was actually Salma Bacha trying to get the ball out, brought the ball down very well, and she just runs into a Brazilian player. She went down in pain. Maybe this goes against what SJ just said, but she went down in pain before she even came into contact with the Brazil player. She was already screaming. But they get the free kick, and it's just hoofed upfield. Brazil let it go out for a throw on, and she's not recovered. That Brazilian player has not recovered from getting the ball whacked on her by her own player. It looks like it might be time for Brazil to make a substitution. I think that's a great finish. They're showing us back the Dabina finish. That's a great finish, honestly. Top finish. And that means a lot. Brazil, neither team, I think, want to go into the final game of the group stages having to win. I think neither team want to do that. So, yeah, I think... Oof, I need to zoom in a little bit, guys. Sorry. I'm about to drop off my chair. There you go. That's better. Before you lot be able to see into my house. But it looks like it might be a substitution for Brazil. Bro, she took a ball to her. I don't know if she got whacked in the face with the ball. Is she bleeding from her nose? I don't know, but is she bleeding? Oh, I think she's bleeding from her mouth. Yeah, she's bleeding. She is bleeding from her nose. She took a ball to the face, which looked hella painful. She went down easy but got up quickly. Yeah, that's the accurate way to describe women's football. They go down easy, but they get up a lot quicker. They get up like immediately. 20 minutes of the game left. Marta she's probably licking her lips thinking, this is written for me to come on and score the winner. I know that's what she's probably saying. I know that's what she's probably thinking. We saw her come on the last game. They're doing the Mexican wave. Guys, I hate the Mexican wave at football games. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Every time I see it in the World Cup, I'm like, why are they doing it? Brazil with the ball. A cross in. Goes out for a Brazil throw in. I've lost count, guys, of how many throw-ins there has been this game. At least they've probably had 20 each. They've at least had 20 each. And the ref calls another free kick. She's calling the softest. The level of officiating in this game, for me, has not been the best. That's just, in my opinion, anyway. It's just not been the best. I feel like they could definitely do better. But that was a foul. That definitely was a foul in that case. Opportunity to cross it in. I think they will cross it in from from the edge. I think it's about 25 yards out on the edge of the pitch. So it's not really a goal scoring position. I think trying to get a better angle of it. Yeah, it's definitely they're definitely crossing it in. I really like this French goalkeeper's kick, guys. The pink in Singapore, that's called the Kalang wave. Why do you hate it, Mina? I just feel like it's not the place at football games. Like, I like the Mexican wave. It used to be fun when I was a kid, but I just feel like it's not a thing for football. Like, I want hooliganism at games. I'm joking. I don't want hooliganism, but I want proper rivalries at football matches. A delivery into the box. Good delivery. Oh, and it's too much. She had a good chance. Caroline had a good chance there. If she took it with her left foot and just tapped it in, it might have been past the keeper because the keeper went down already. It could have. She tried to do a little flick. With her right foot. Very, very unlucky, but I think Brazil might be able to get a goal. Big up to Aminor in the chat, says, Mina, hope you are well. I am very well, thank you. Hope you are well too. Hope you enjoying your Saturday afternoon because it's midday now. Hope you've had a good Friday and I hope you have a great weekend. Hopefully there's some positive Manchester United news in the coming days. But it's France on the counter-attack on the left-hand side. Look at that. That's poor finishing from Brazil, man. And it's Batcha going for goal. She's trying to open up the space and she can't. And it's back to Brazil again. This has been so... not... what's the word? It's not one-sided, but it's just back and forth. It's really like ping-pong. This game, the possession, everything is very much ping-pong-ish. France with the ball, trying to make something with it, and they can't. They get it back after a poor clearance from Brazil. And now they have it on the right-hand side. Kenza Dali trying to get a delivery into the box. Goes to the middle of the pitch. Trying to play 1-2 with Toletti. And it works. Into their box. Puts a ball in. And it just hits the side netting. Both teams look like scoring. Both teams look like they are capable of scoring right now. That was actually Batcha, sorry. That was Salma Batcha, sorry. It wasn't Kenza Dali. But it looks like they're switching around quite often. Right, left. So Diani and Batcha have switched. Batcha has gone to the right-hand side and Diani's gone to the left. And Kenza is obviously playing now on the left-hand side of the midfield three. So there seems to be a bit of rotation. Between the two teams. But France just building up from the back. Last 12 minutes or so of the game. Oh, I said 12 minutes. Clearly my maths is bad, guys. Last 15 minutes of the game. And I think both teams look like they are capable of scoring. Gayora with the ball. Goes out wide to the right-hand side. Overlap coming. Oh, Betcha gets past her player. But then runs into the second defender. And it's back to being Toletti's ball for France. Goes back out to the right-hand side. Betcha holding on to it a bit too long. Gets dispossessed. And it's Brazil now with a quick counter-attack. That's what it looks like. And they are off. Right-hand side. Sakina, great defender. Great one-on-one defender. Skips past the fullback. Drives all the way. Look at the through ball. Look at the through ball. She held on to it too long. She did everything right, guys. 1v1. Defended well. Just put her foot there. Got the ball. Progressed the ball. Skipped past the fullback. Had the striker Betcha running into the space that the centre-back got drawn out of. And she could have played that through ball. And she didn't. She played it too late with her weaker foot. But she's had a decent game. She's had a good game so far. Defensively and offensively. She passes it to Kenza Dali. Dali to Gayora. Gayora with a little ball roll just to keep the ball. Good at keeping hold of the ball. Diani with the ball. Has a shot. Two Brazilian players run into each other. And the keeper comes out quick enough to hold on to it. I hope those two Brazilian players are alright because they literally sacrificed themselves and ran into each other trying to block Diani's shot. Which they actually managed to put her off good enough for her to scuff that chance. It's a long throw from the keeper. Sakina just jumps on top of the... Literally, she's having... Sakina Karchui is having a crazy game. She's having a crazy game. But she had a good game against Jamaica as well. So we know what she's capable of. This is why it's helpful to have an offensive fullback, because we saw England yesterday and Rachel Daly, what they were capable of doing on the left-hand side. We see what France are doing today. So it's helpful having fullbacks that are... Why is the keeper not coming out? Oh my god! The keeper's not coming out! The ball was literally... Oh my god, if Brazil score here, which they can, that looked like a handball, and they're calling for handball, guys. Brazil still have it, and it's a long shot taken, and it goes out wide. That is poor communication between the goalkeeper and the defender. The defender's screaming at the keeper saying, come get the ball. There's a ball over the top to the striker. 2 defenders chasing it down. The striker is ahead of them, and it's literally landing on the penalty spot. Literally, that's where the ball was landing. And the defender's telling the keeper, come out, way before the ball even landed, and the keeper just stayed on their line. France are lucky. France are very, very lucky there. Another substitution for Brazil, it looks like. Adriana is off. Could have had a goal today. And Zenarato. Yeah, Zenarato, guys. I finally got there. I have a corner in, far post, and it just goes over the player for a goal kick. The standard of football today for 2 big teams has been poor. It's absolutely been poor. Poor standard of football. But yeah, guys, I asked one of my friends who plays for the French team, but she's not at the World Cup. I said, Kenza Dali is the best player for France today, and she said, absolutely, big performance. Big performance, man. Really like her. I'm interested to see how the next 10 minutes go. Because I told you I wanted bare goals, guys. I wanted a lot of goals. It's not been a lot of goals, but it's also been a poor standard of football, in my opinion. Betcha is now back on the left, trying to link up with Karchui. A whole left-hand side, guys, of North African descendant players. Algerian, Moroccan, Tunisian. 3 players, guys. One of them is mixed with 2. There's a Moroccan there. There's Algerian there. That's how diverse this French team is. And it's quite similar, actually, to the men's team, because how many North Africans play for the French team as well, the men's team. Goalkeeper just goes short instead. Big up to Little Yo-Yo in the chat. Thank you for stopping by. That's a late tackle there from Betcha. And the referee calls it. This referee is trigger happy with her whistle. Which female baller do you think can play in the men's game? I don't think any of them could. Maybe I would say probably Lauren James, just because she grew up playing with boys. She played with the under-13 boys academy at Arsenal. She then went at the age of 12, 13. She went to play for the women's senior team, train with them, because Arsenal didn't have a girls academy at the time. And can you believe senior women players complained about having her in the team because apparently she was badding up everyone. And if you guys watch Lauren James, and even her brother Reece James has said that technically she is better than a lot of guys that he has played with. And you see it when right now she's only 21, she's miles ahead. Oh my god, this striker is so quick. Betcha is so quick. But yeah, Lauren James for me is probably the closest to someone that can play in the men's game, in my opinion. I can't think of anybody else. And if you just watch the World Cup, you see how miles ahead Lauren James is to, like, when she played yesterday, easily best player on the pitch for England. When she plays for Chelsea sometimes, alongside Sam Kerr, best player on the pitch. For me, I'm still salty that United let her leave, but it is what it is. In swinger corner for France. Can someone get on the end of this? They've been wasteful. Both teams have been wasteful with their corners so far. And it's a ball in, going far post. Renard! And she gets on the end of it! And she gets on the end of it! I literally just said, can they score from this corner? And they did. I need to stop talking, guys, because I said Brazil were going to score and they scored. Now I just said, can they get on the end of it? And Renard gets onto the end of it. It's a corner to the far post. And it's actually a good header. She gets off her player, gets off the defender. And she's been the target for corners. She's been the target. Tallest player there. No surprise. And it's a good header. Heads it into the ground and it bounces into the far post. It bounces into the far post. If we just watch that in, it's a good delivery into the box. Keeper was going to come out for it. She didn't. And it's just a good finish. It's a good finish. Far post, header, into the ground. It's a good header. She literally headers it into the ground, as you should. 2-1. Interception. Guys, I can see in the future, like, that's a Raven. I saw a goal coming. 2-1 for France, and this group is wide open now. France will top the table with 4 points. Jamaica's still yet to play, so I don't know how well they'll be in the group. But Brazil will have 3 points. France will have 4 points. Panama currently have 0 points. Jamaica currently have 1 point. So if Jamaica win, they will be joint top with France. And they have to play Brazil, and France have to play Panama, which I anticipate they might win quite comfortably. Sorry to Panama for me to underestimate them. But I think they'll win it. I think they're going to win it quite comfortably. But we got a game on our hands. Troy Taylor, big up to Troy, says, what did I say? My prediction is coming true. It's true. Troy predicted a 2-1 win for France. I was just being a hater when I said I want France to lose. I'm just being a hater. Some players I like play for them, but I'm just a hater, guys. But it looks like France have capitalised on the chances that they've had. Betcha now, quick player. She's so quick. The way that she picks up pace, and she's actually quite skillful. She's coming in, little shoulder shake, gets past one defender, can't get past the second. It's going to be an entertaining 5 minutes, guys. It's going to be an entertaining 5 minutes. Brazil now with the ball in France's third. Go back to the midfield. They're just going to build up, I think, quite slowly. Brazil looking a bit compact. Look at all that space on the right-hand side. All that space. France have tucked in so much. A delivery into the box. A good ball. Far post. And it looks like it's out for a corner. Minosaurus with the vision. Guys, this Minosaurus name is killing me. Honestly, it's killing me. I've seen like 3 different people say it. And it looks like it's a triple change for Brazil. Monica. I don't know why I said Manila. Manila sounds better. But Marta is coming on. Is this written, guys, for Marta to score the equaliser? Borges, Dabina, and Antonia, is off. Dabina, the goal scorer for Brazil so far. Victoria, Marta, and Monica on. This might be written for a Marta equaliser, guys. It might be written for that to happen. 6th World Cup. She scored the most World Cup goals any player has in men and women's World Cup history, guys. 17 goals I think she scored in all tournaments. Can she get her 18th? Delivery in, France get it out, falls to the edge of the box. Again, why are they shooting from crazy places? I don't get it. Guys, I just don't get it. Baby, I just don't get it. I don't get it, guys. They are just shooting from crazy. Like, the ball is falling to you, edge of the box, and you decide to volley it with 2 players running at you. It's just... that's questionable. That is very questionable, in my opinion. Looks like it's a double sub. I think it's maybe a double change for France. It looks like it. Why is Kenza Dali holding her hamstring? She deserves a round of applause. She's had a phenomenal game. She deserves it. She's holding her hamstring. She's revving up the crowd, saying, let's go. Le Garrec. Well done, Kenza Dali, man. Put in a shift. She put in a big shift. For me, player of the game for France so far. Of course, alongside Sakina Karchoui. Of course. But it's a clearance from the goalkeeper. Just boots it to the right-hand side. Fighting for the ball in the air, both teams. Another clearance out. And France still... it's just ping-pong, guys. It's literally... they're just pinging it back and forth. Neither have control on it. Renard shouldn't even be playing. She should have been booked, guys, for that dive on Khadija Shaw. She dived. That got Khadija Shaw sent off last game. I'm still bitter about that. France dispossessed Brazil right in their own half. Why are they shooting from crazy places? That's a good shot, though. That was a good shot. Keeper had it. Keeper saved it. Good shot. Looked like there was no power on it. It just looked like pure placement into the corner. But that was a good shot. But again, I feel like if it's a 4-on-4, you shouldn't be shooting from there. I don't think you should be shooting from there. Brazil are literally just no pressing. No, there is no passion. There is no aggression. They're not pressing. Nothing. They're just happy to let France have the ball in their back line. You're down. You know that, right? Guys, you guys are losing. You know that, right? You're going to go into the game against Jamaica as a must-win game. Jamaica are going to be dashing you guys about. You will not be able to match up to them physicality-wise, that's for sure. Diani just skips past her defender. Only one option in the box. Falls back to her. She crosses it in. Brazil get it out. 2 minutes to play of normal time. 2 minutes to play of normal time. France still have the ball in Brazil's half. Out wide to the right-hand side. A low pass, and Brazil managed to get it. And can they do something with it? No, they get dragged back. Sirens again, guys. Sirens again. You know it's not a stream if there's not sirens at least once or twice. I think the most I've had was like 6 sirens in like one stream once. But it's the last minute or so of normal time. Brazil with possession. They should target the left-hand side. They should not target the right-hand side because Sakina Karchui has that left-hand side on lock. Oh, she is shouting at her. Andressa is shouting at her player. She is not happy with that pass. She is not happy with that pass. Marta, can you do something for me? To be honest, yeah, I just want Marta to score because it'll be a nice football story. Like, it'll be a nice World Cup story. But it doesn't look that likely. Keeper coming to get the ball. No, she's actually coming to clear it. It could go either way. She just boots it out for a throw-in. And they're being told, French players are being told, calm down. Literally. There's only I think there will be about 4 minutes of extra time. I don't think there will be much because there hasn't been much stoppages. We haven't seen much stoppages so far. So I imagine it will be that. And it's the last 10 seconds. Let's see what comes in for extra time. France still have the ball in Brazil's half. Still got it. Going out wide to the right-hand side. 90 minutes of play done. It's about, I'm going to say 4 minutes of extra time. 7 minutes! 7 minutes of extra time. I think they could do something. Yeah, I think they could do something. But France are just happy to have possession. And Brazil are happy... It seems like Brazil are happy to let them have possession. 7 minutes is enough time, I think, to calm the team down, get control of possession, and be responsible with your opportunities. A light throw on, bad touch. Brazil dispossessed them, middle of the pitch. 2 players chasing the ball down every single time. Every time Brazil have the ball, 2 French players are chasing the ball down. And clearly that's a tactic from the manager. Clearly it's what they've been told. Just a little ping pong header. It's literally, guys, ping pong with possession, guys. It's just going back and forth. Out on the right hand side, Betcha can do something with it. We've seen that she's able to do something. Betcha with the ball, just slowing possession down, going for the overlap, and Brazil kick it out for a throw-in. Brazil ain't done much in this extra time so far. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. France still have the ball in Brazil's half, holding up the ball in the corner flag. It looks like that's what they're trying to do. 7 minutes extra time, 1 minute into extra time, and you're trying to hold the ball up in the corner flag. That's crazy. That's crazy. Of course it works for them because it's another throw-in to France. And they'll probably do the same thing again. Just hold the ball in the corner flag. And it's another throw-on to France. Brazil were ready to take the throw-on, but it's another throw-on to France. Let's see if they're going to go for the same tactic again, which is just to hold it up in the corner flag. And they are doing that again. Just holding it in the corner flag, trying to waste time. And it's still in, actually. Brazil managed to clear it, but it's still in. And now that's a throw-on to Brazil. After 3 throw-ons in a row to France, it is now a throw-on to Brazil. Brazilian fans in the stands are shaking. They look scared because they know that game is a must-win game now against Jamaica. And a far-out shot, poor shot. I don't know why she thought she could do that. You're not that girl. You're not that girl. But Brazil have the ball now. They have to be responsible in possession, guys. Brazil have not been responsible. They haven't beaten France in 11 games. This might be the 12th now. But nearly 3 minutes of extra time played. Look at that. Just, why are you doing a no-look pass? Why are you doing... I get it. You Brazilians play with flair. They play with style. They play with skill. But you just have to... Come on. Common sense at that point. Common sense. Becho chasing the ball down, but it looks like Brazil's defender's going to get on the end to it. She goes back to the keeper. Keeper goes out to the left-hand side, and it goes out for a throw-on. It's safe to say, guys, Brazil are not scoring. Maybe it's safe to say that Brazil are not scoring. But we'll see. Well, anyways, we will see. We will see. A clearance from Brazil, and it's a Brazil throw-on. So maybe they could do something. But again, they have to be responsible in possession. They can't be wasteful. They cannot be wasteful. They switch the ball to the right-hand side. Do not bring it to the right-hand side because Sakina Karchui got the right-hand side on lock. There you go. Again, I told you. So do not come to the right-hand side because 1v1, Sakina Karchui is the best defender on the pitch right now. She's the best defender. And she's shown it time and time again, defending 1v1. But Brazil have it on the edge of the box, trying to make something of it. Right-hand side, tries to put a ball in. And look at that. There's no way they're calling that. The referee is calling everything, man. Come on. Like, I'm sure everybody wants to see a last-minute equalizer as much as I do. Selma Bacha is limping. It looks like she's limping. Yeah, she looks like she's limping. I think she missed the last game as well. She came on later in the game. But she's limping. Maybe she's trying to waste time. I don't know. But I hope she's okay. She's holding her left foot. 5 minutes, nearly 5 minutes of extra time played. 2 minutes to go. France with possession right now. The only difference maker is that Renard header. Big header from her. Big header. Keeper just clears it out into Brazil's half. Composure has been missing from Brazil this whole game. No composure whatsoever. Honestly, you would actually think that they are an inexperienced, like this is their debut game. You'd think that from the way that they've been playing. It's just been poor, honestly. Poor in possession. Trying no-look flicks at times that you don't need to. Come on, last 10 minutes of the game. Why are you doing a no-look pass or a flick when you're trying to chase a goal? It's just poor. There's been no composure. That Adriana chance earlier in the game, they probably will look back at that and think that was a game changer if they put that away. Because they would have been up 2-1. But France still have the ball and they're just holding it in the corner flag as expected. Brazil poke it out for a throw-on. 1 minute to go, guys. I don't think Brazil's getting anything. And France, this might be a very well-deserved game because when they needed to be clinical, they've been clinical. Kenza Dali, for me, player of the game. She got subbed off at the 80th minute. Player of the game. Sakina Karchui, player of the... She's had 2 great games for France so far at left back. She's a phenomenal player, gets forward so well. France just holding it in the corner flag. Brazil trying to double up on them. And they're still holding it, kicking it onto the French players. Diani now has the ball. Just doing little ball rolls. Brazil get a hold of it. It goes back to France, back to Brazil, Brazil can now maybe counter. One last counter. 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Can Brazil counter? Right hand side open. There's no urgency. No one's getting forward. There's no options to Caroline right now to pass to. Instead, she's going to try beat Diani. Flicks the ball up. And Selma Betcha fouls her. But she goes down holding her ankle that she was limping on. Conveniently at the 7-minute mark. 7 minutes has been played, guys. Caroline is holding her thigh, it looks like. Nice little flick between the 2 players to get through, and she literally got taken out by Selma Bacha. Can Brazil do something with this final ball into the box? Is the ref going to blow the whistle? And look, the French manager going crazy, saying, time! He's going mental. 4th official is holding him back. One last ball into the box. This is the last moment for Brazil. Their keeper better get up there. A free kick. Not far from the corner flag. It's going to be a left foot in swinger. Their keeper needs to get there. Honestly, if I was a goalkeeper, guys, I would be up there. Can someone get on the end of it? Is it written for a Marta header? Oh, the managers are going at it. Oh, Harv Renard is not happy. I think he's not happy about the fact the game is still going on. Don't shout at a woman though. Why are you shouting at a woman? Why are you shouting at a woman? In swinger free kick. Last. I think this is the last touch. This is the last touch for Brazil. It's going to be a delivery into the box. Can someone get onto the end of it? We will see 8 minutes now played of 7 minutes extra time. Ref is about to call it for the free kick, and it's a delivery in. Near post. France get it out. It falls to Caroline. She headers it in. Oh my god. Oh my god. She completely missed the ball. One of the Brazilian players landed. The ball landed to her on the penalty spot, and she just missed it completely. The ref still hasn't called the whistle. It's a Brazil throw-in. Can they do something? It was a good delivery into the box. Near post. Caroline just heads it back in. Did she have time to actually bring it down and have a shot? I'm not too sure. But there you go. Referee calls it. France 2, Brazil 1. Marta does not look happy. She does not look happy. But the French fans are jubilant in the crowd right now. French manager is happy after he was just going crazy on the touchline for the referee not blowing the whistle. The French, look at them all together in a circle celebrating. It's actually a difficult loss for Brazil, guys. And you know what that means? You know what that means? This group is wide open for the taking. I'm going to watch Jamaica versus Panama off stream, of course, because I've got errands to do. But this group is there for the taking. Brazil started the first match day comfortable win over Panama. I think it was 4 or 5-0. It was a very comfortable win. France drew with Jamaica coming into this game. Any of these teams win and they would go top of the table, and it's France that has come out on top to go top of the table with 4 points. Brazil are currently third with 3 points. Jamaica are Brazil are currently second, with 3 points. Jamaica currently third with 1 point, but obviously they play after this game. Panama currently rock bottom, 0 points. Can Jamaica get a result against Panama? And you know what that means? If they get a result, if they get a win, Jamaica will go joint top or second, whatever, alongside France, both of them on 4 points, depending on goals that they score. If Jamaica manage to score 2 or 3 and keep a clean sheet, they will go top because of goal difference. And Brazil will have to beat Jamaica in that fixture in the coming days. So this group is wide open like all the other groups. But as always, guys, thank you guys for sticking around. Next Vibe Along, I will be back Tuesday midday UK time, 12 p.m. England versus China for the last Lionesses game of the competition, of the group stages. And then it's the round of 16 kicking off as well next week. Still a lot to play for a lot of other teams. Tomorrow match day 3 starts. Norway need to get a win. Australia need to get a win in the coming days. New Zealand need to get a win. There's so much happening in this competition. But guys, thank you for sticking around. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys comment, make sure you guys subscribe. I will be doing another stream over the weekend. Just haven't decided which one, which day I will do it. But it'll be Mina versus Minions, PS5, PS4. If you got what it takes to beat me at FIFA, come and play me live on stream and talk your shit to everybody in the audience. But like I said, guys, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you guys subscribe. Thank you for sticking around for this Vibe Along. As always, guys, it's your girl Mina. Until next time, peace.